So we're gonna start left leg across our knee here. And all we're doing is just gonna raise this leg up and work this into our chest here. We should be feeling this stretch right in our glute here, right into the hip joint. All right. And now the big key here is making sure that we have this leg completely straight across our chest here, running parallel with it. All right. If you want to come over here to the side, a lot of guys who don't have good flexibility in their hips here are going to have, when they start to bring this leg up, they're going to get to about here, and this knee is going to start to come in because they don't have that range of motion in their hips. Okay? If this is you and you can't get this leg straight across your chest and you're stuck here with this knee in front of you, let this leg come down a little bit and just focus on taking your hand and pushing that knee away. All right? So stage one is just getting into this position and holding. Okay? All these holds are going to be for about 30 seconds. So after 30 seconds of getting this leg straight across your chest, we're going to push ourselves a little bit, and we're going to work to get our body a little closer. All right, this should intensify the stretch right up and through here. Okay, so again, another 30 seconds, holding it nice and close and tight. Next, what we're going to do is we're just going to drop this simply down, get the foot that's up to make contact with the ground. And now all we're doing is we're going to take this knee and try to pull it into our chest. All right, the big thing is you see right now my shoulders are facing this way. I want to make sure that my shoulders maintain square to my target, and I'm pulling this into my armpit. All right, the more you pull, the tighter you should feel that stretch right here. Now it's even going to start creeping up into our lower back a little bit. Next one we're going to do is we're just going to get our feet together, and we're going to try to get the heels of our feet as close to our body as we can. Really focusing on trying to get those heels in as much as possible. We don't care where these knees get right now. We're just focusing on getting that heel in. And once that heel's in, we're trying to use our hands to lift almost our feet up to us as we're bringing our chest down, okay? Pulling that chest down, lifting those feet up to help that stretch. All right, again, 30 seconds, we're gonna be holding here. After those 30 seconds, we're gonna allow these feet to come out a little bit, away from our body, so that way we can use our elbows and our hands supporting our ankles here to now apply pressure down through our knees to increase that stretch this way, okay? So again, another 30 seconds of working those elbows into the inside part of our knees to drive them down into the ground. All right, next what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into a little bit of a yoga pose here, child pose, and we're gonna focus on keeping our feet, as you can see down here, all right? Tops of our feet on the ground and our toes as best we can together, all right? From this position, we're gonna try to get our knees as far out as we can. And then from there, we're gonna wanna roll forward a little bit to get off the top of our knees and into the side of our knees here a little bit. Let that roll in, and now we're just gonna hold in this position here. 30 seconds. Once that 30 seconds is up, we're gonna progress onto our forearms, and we're gonna bring our elbows down right where our hands are at, okay? So my elbow replaces my hand, my elbow replaces my other hand. At this point now, we've allowed our chest to travel to the ground a little bit, which is going to allow that knee of ours to get even more on the inside part on contact with the ground. Again, 30 seconds here. After that 30 seconds, we're gonna take our forearms and extend them out a little bit more, which is gonna take our hips even lower, okay? If you wanna get to the side, so you'll see the position that we're in here. Okay, I'm trying to fight to maintain my feet to stay together, trying to keep contact with the top of my foot in the ground. All right, a lot of guys, when they go from this position here, the first plank position, into the second one, their feet are gonna separate, okay? Just because the fact that this stretch in this position here is gonna be more intense, that if you don't focus on it, going from one to the other, they're gonna slide apart from you. Now we're not gonna get the stretch we're looking for. So make sure we're trying to maintain those feet exactly where they are when we increase the distance away from them with our forearms. Okay, so again, another 30-second hold here. After that 30 seconds is up, we're gonna wanna walk ourselves up and back and behind ourselves. And really let that stretch come up through the groin and up through the lower abdominals. Again, 30-second hold. After that 30 seconds, get yourself back to neutral and get yourself up.